Hello friends, welcome to lecture number 38. In this lecture, we will discuss about visitor attraction marketing. So what is the meaning of a visitor attraction? When we talk about visitor attractions are those sites which are located at a destination or those events which are being organized at a destination which make a destination a unique place, a unique experience. They are the main reason because of which a person gets attracted or a potential customer gets attracted towards a particular destination. So these visitor attraction actually give a competitive advantage to the destinations. Now how this concept has evolved? This concept has actually evolved during the last decade only. And then what happened slowly, see before this also these visitor attractions used to be there. It's not like these are not there, these were there. But the effort to attract more people towards these sites were not so efficient or effective or were not so deliberate also, So it was more or less like the tourists who were coming, who were getting to know, they themselves were visiting, and if tourist is not coming and not getting awareness about that site, then they are not going. So it was a natural kind of a thing, whatever has been happening, has not been happening, this kind of a thing. But then what happened during the last decade, the destination management organizations and all those people who sell these, who are involved in selling these visitor attraction, they got to know that if they do marketing, if they promote their destination, if they tell about that to more people, then by this way they can actually attract more and more people who are visiting to that city to come and visit their attraction, visit that site or maybe event. So that's how this concept has evolved in the last decade only. As a result of which overcrowding at these attractions started happening. So the moment this overcrowding has happening, now from here the concept of visitor management starts, like space management, time management, all these kind of thing. So this concept of managing a site actually has evolved in the last decade only. Before that, these sites were just there and going on at their own pace as per the availability of information and other thing. Now nowadays when we talk about, now these sites have been managed and marketing, and when we talk about modern customers is a very knowledgeable and a very aware customer. So he wants to have a minimum time in going from one place to another place and getting different kind of experiences, and that's what these visitor attractions are trying to do. They are trying to make the destination one stop destination. So you come and you visit that particular destination, and you will get all kind of experiences by visiting different kind of heritage sites, museums, fairs, festivals, events, theme park, cuisines, parks and other things. So that's how actually these things have been managed by the visitor attractions at the destination. These visitor attractions, these visitor attractions are basically sites. Okay, so these sites of either some some kind of event, or sites which are there because of their historical, cultural heritage, or some kind of ancient importance, or maybe these are the sites for something which has been happening currently at that point of time, some fair and festival kind of a thing. So these sites are usually connected with the culture. This is something which is very important for us to know. Okay, so when a person wants to have an idea, tourist wants to have an idea about the culture of that place, it becomes more or less mandatory for that tourist to have a visit to that site, so that he gets to know about the culture of that place. What are the types of activities which are included? It includes museums, it includes ancient monuments, it includes historical buildings, it includes theme parks, even shopping malls. Retail shopping is also a part of it, maybe theaters, art galleries, sports events, then fairs and festivals, concerts, etc. So all these things come under visitor attraction. Whichever way any of the site, event, activity trying to get the attention and sell its ticket, or maybe attract more and more people towards that particular place, is called visitor attraction. Now here we need to remember this thing, but that when we talk about visitor attractions also include the number of, a good number of locals, So, when we talk about at visitors, there is a good number, a significant number of locals are also a part of them. So, when we talk about visitor management, of course, it includes your locals as well as tourists both. Total number of people who have actually visited that place at a certain time, that comes under visitor management. So, what is a visitor attraction? How do we define it? Now, designated permanent resources that are controlled and managed for their own sake and for the enjoyment, entertainment and education of the visiting public are called visitor attraction. Okay. So, they do provide enjoyment, like you talk about some kind of concert, sports activity, they do provide entertainment, maybe there is going to be a dance program or any cultural activity which is going on, or it may be educational also, like you talk about museum, some kind of conferences, or anybody who visits over there, and they do it for their own sake. Own sake means these are marketed and managed by the organization itself, the organization which is actually managing that particular site. So, they do it on their own. It means there has to be a clearly defined boundary. Okay. Till the time this boundary is not there, this particular site will not become a visitor attraction, because it has to be controlled and managed. So, this control and management is only possible if this site has a clear cut defined boundary. Okay. Now, what are the external factors which affect the marketing strategy of a visitor attraction or a site? First is action of the competitors. What your competitors have been doing? Are your competitions are coming up with something similar to this, or are your competition is coming up with something which is very advanced and very unique? Are your competition is selling aggressively through travel agencies and tour operators and on-site and other things, or maybe distribution of pamphlet, sales promotion, or maybe promotion through a good sales team, a good number of retail outlets by providing them good commission or maybe vouchers or gift vouchers, whatever your competition has been doing, the visitor attraction management organization has to actually do minimum that, and if possible either beyond it or somehow different and better than this. Okay. Then only this particular site will become relevant for the tourists to get their attention and to make them visit that. Okay. Next is customer sophistication. We all know that tourism industry is all about change. Okay. So, whatever once actually a tourist has come, a tourist has visited, seen, enjoyed, even if he has enjoyed the most. But one thing is for sure, that next time when this customer is going to visit this, this site once again, he, seeks a different kind of experience, he does not want an exact repetition. I mean, how many times do we go and watch the same movie repeatedly? Even if it is one of the best, or maybe one of the best in terms of entertainment, one of the best in terms of education, some kind of very historical kind of a thing. But how many times can we actually go and, for the same kind of thing? So, that is how actually customers, even if they enjoyed the most or like the most that particular site or experience, they want change, and that change is possible only whatever sophistication which has come, the changes which has come in the customer, that has been observed, experienced, managed, manipulated and modified by the visitor management company, then only it will be able to grab the attention, this site will be able to grab the attention, because same is not possible, it has to change. Maybe today if we talk about some kind of theme park, it was more about maybe different kind of rides, tomorrow different kind of rides, different kind of eating joints, different kind of music, different kind of altogether that layout in which those swings and other things have been set up. So, that is how they need to keep on upgrading themselves, keep on changing themselves, and this change will be the reason because of which a customer would like to go again. So, in that condition this will be REPEAT. So, in this condition, this will be a repeat visit. So, for repeat visit, it is very important for the management to understand what kind of sophistication and changes have come in their customer and what is their current requirement expectations now, how do they want differently this time. If this can be sensed, only then this repeat visits from the same tourist or same local people will be possible. Now, next is ICT development. We talk about tourists. Tourists are not from the destination. Their origin is somewhere else, maybe some other part of the world. So, in that condition, through the use of ICT, it is the responsibility of the management of the site to provide information to all those tourists who actually then get to know before even starting or planning, during the time of planning their visit, to visit to that place. What is the importance, what kind of entertainment, what kind of experience is it going to provide? It's all about experience. Whether you talk about education, whether you talk about eating experience, even scaredness, like we talk about ghost houses, artificially made ghost houses, not just those which are perceived to be actually. So, that is also a kind of experience, the kind of scariness, the kind of that tintillating feeling which it gives. So, this is also an experience. So, whatever kind of experience, peculiar experience in fact, that particular site is providing, that has to be clearly transpired to the prospective customer through the use of information and communication technology, so that they are inspired to visit the site during their trip to the destination. It has to become a part of their plan before they start their trip. Only then it will be successful. Otherwise, there is very few chance that somebody has already made a plan and visited the destination, and then that person will take a trip to that place. So, this kind of a requirement of use of ICT is mandatory to be successful, to be sustainable. Next is sustainable approach. Sustainable approach in such a way wherein, let us say, it is a theme park, fine. So, when we talk about theme park, it may be, let us say, a theme park for kids, but we all know that the kids do not travel alone. Kids travel with their parents, maybe even with their grandparents, okay, maybe with their cousins of similar interest, cousin of dissimilar interest also, and maybe with their teachers. So, that way this theme park might be primarily targeting kids, but kids are being accompanied by other people in their group in which they travel. So, if this theme park wants to provide entertainment, education, fun to only kids, then certainly it will not be successful, because the moment once the family will come and visit and second time the kids say, then the father and mother will think, what will we do? We have nothing there. So, this nothingness has to be elevated, this nothingness has to be alleviated with the help of providing something for some customers all the time. Like if you talk about kids, then it has to be something for others also. Like if you talk about some kind of event which is associated with some, say, let us say, a spiritual or religious activity, and then we talk about only more of the people of religious and spiritual inclination will come, but then there is similarly in case of kids, in case of will be the case of this group also, they will also be having more people who may not be so much religiously inclined. So, then how will you keep those people occupied? So, that is how maybe some kind of a small handicraft shop, some kind of donation related shop, some kind of light and sound thing, wherein people can go and watch on LED TV also. This is also one of the option. Another thing could be eating joint in the nearby area. I mean, something of the sort which will keep other people who have been accompanying this targeted segment, they also feel entertained, and this is something which is mandatory to remain sustainable in the market, because nobody travels alone, they all travel with the group, these all customers and tourists. Okay. Now, we will study about the marketing plan for visitor attraction. Here I have given you few of the points which you may use few of these points or a combination of them to prepare an effective plan for promoting and marketing visitor attraction. First is streamlining is monitoring the nature of experiences, and this is important so that the resources are capable of sustaining the expectation expectations of not only the main targeted group, but also those who accompany them. Like I have already given you, theme park. In case of theme park also, like I gave you example of the accompanying teachers, accompanying parents, accompanying grandparents. But there may also be seen that when we talk about these theme parks, which is basically, attracting kids, not all the kids would be interested in one kind of a ride. They may be interested, somebody may be interested in A ride, somebody may be interested in B type of ride, some may be interested in C type of ride. So here these, visitor management organization need to understand that they need to provide a variety. So this variety will be the reason because of which more of tourists will be attracted to come here. So even if they are, their target segment is kids, but kids also have a dissimilarity in their liking. So this similarity has to be kept in mind. They should not consider this entire population of kids to be homogeneous, having very similar, likings. It may be some like swings, some like food, some like swimming, some like watching something, some may like to play video games, some may like to play games which may be associated with cycling or cars, that kind of a thing. Some may be interested in swings and roller coasters. So it is to be a complete range of the likings, and cannot be just, they cannot consider this one targeted segment as to be homogeneous. They also have their likings and dislikings. Now, second point is product formulation with special emphasis on augmenting. So, augmentation has been done by adding free chips, like you have already provided the product, but when you talk about the product, we are talking about entertainment, we are talking about tourism, leisure. So, till the time we do not add this, we do not augment our product with certain more services, we will not be able to provide a good experience. And this augmentation can be done by providing some freebies, and these freebies may be by providing free chips, cold drinks, or by changing the presentation style after a few months to bring the newness. And maybe swings will be completely updated, their looks, their color, the experiences which they provide may be changed. So, this newness is important, and also by providing a good online support, like digital information about these services, just information about where they can, how they can reach, where they can purchase the ticket, what is the validity of that ticket, that what all swings are included or not included in that entry ticket, all these things. And by being more interactive also, it is not just about providing the information, it is also about being two-way interactive by maybe using audio visual support, chat support. This cannot be only information. This information collection also has to be somehow entertaining, somehow exciting, so that the person while collecting the information feels that kind of attraction towards going to that place, and not something boring kind of a thing. Now, they also can use augmented reality glasses. So, if let us say some kind of 3D, 4D, 5D, 7D, different kind of shows which are going on, or maybe during the roller coaster ride, if they provide this there's a small roller coaster ride, not a very rigorous one, but just by providing a augmented reality glasses, they can make this these tourists who are sitting over there, or maybe visitors who are sitting over there, feeling like as if they are falling from a great height, maybe from a mountain or something like that. So, they can provide this kind of AR glasses which can give them a feeling of 3D, the reality. Now, having a unique display of elements is also very important. It cannot be just a simple kind of a thing which the manufacturer has provided. Their own color combination can be one of the reason for a person to go there. I mean, they might be using some very attractive colors. It cannot be very, if you are trying to attract, let us say, kids, it cannot be a very decent, elegant kind of thing. No, it has to be very yuppie kind of a thing. It has to be a very attractive and all fluorescent kind of a thing. So, this attraction from kids' attention is something which has to be kept in mind. Now, third is a continuous updation of prices according to the interest of visitors in each activity separately, sometimes even a single price if there is a heavy traffic. Now, predicting a revenue generation and outflow also is very important, so that accordingly prices and expenditures may be adjusted. So, let us say if it is a low season, then in the entry ticket itself to that particular, I am giving example of kids theme park right now. So, in that entry theme park of the ticket itself, they may provide couple of the rides which are not so difficult, and most of the people want. So, this freebie will certainly will provide a kind of push with this theme park needs during the low season time. So, this is also one of the things they have to do a lot of changes in their pricing also. Maybe once that ticket was valid for only one ride, now the ticket can be valid for, let us say, two rides on the same swing in a duration of, let us say, maybe 15 days or 20 days, or it may also be that twice on the same day, or maybe one ticket is valid for two different swings. So, it is totally up to the they have this kind of a liberty to use their innovation, to use their creativity to find out. They might be feeling that most of the people who go on ride A also prefer to go on ride B. So, these two tickets can be sold in conjunction, as a package, or this may be the case that A ride is people are going more, but B ride people are getting less. So, they may give a ticket to ride A, and with a little bit of augmentation in the pricing, they may go this ride B also. So, the people who earlier were not going to ride B might start going, because they are getting this ticket at a reduced price. Okay. So, that is how these are different kind of playing with pricing can actually bring back their lost ground of customers during the low season. So, this keeping in mind all these seasonality kind of a thing, they can keep on playing with the prices. Now, fourth point is designing campaigns for effective promotion and distribution, and promoting visitors attraction through those media which are used by the targeted groups is essential. Like if we talk about the example which I was giving you of kids, it can be a cartoon channel, okay, because most of the kids they watch cartoon channels, or maybe kids magazines, and if it is, let us say, not for kids but for youngsters, let us say teenagers, then it can be those newspapers which are school editions and which are distributed in schools. So, if in paper insertion is being provided, some kind of discount coupon as an insertion is being provided in those school edition of newspapers, then kids will get attracted. Another thing is, maybe these students of, let us say, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th as a group, while having a lunch together, may discuss that let us go together on this particular date. So, it will not just be about availing the lower prices, it will also be about going with your friends and enjoying that time. So, that and of course, when a person this student is going to go alone with parents, he might be staying for a lesser duration, but when this student goes with his friends because he has got that paper insertion in his school edition, then in that condition, instead of staying there for 3 hours, he might be staying there for 6 to 7 hours throughout the entire day. So, that is how these kind of market promotion strategies and distribution strategies can be used. Now, for professional, it may be done, I mean, this promotion can be done on news channels or maybe trade magazines. So, the selection of the right travel agency and tour operator or maybe point of sale is also necessary to get the benefits of the awareness by selling the product. So, awareness can be created by using the right media which is being used by the targeted group, but as well as at the same time an effective use of distribution channel is also very important, which can be a travel agency, tour operator, or maybe the website itself or GDS itself, or it may be even use of guides, those guides which are very efficient in selling. Some kind of incentive may be provided to them when they are escorting the tours of people, tourists from one site to another site. They may also be selling the tickets. They may be provided the ticket beforehand, and when they sell this, money can be collected and rest of the tickets can be taken back, and they may be doing this in lieu of some commission. So, that is how these are the kind of innovativeness which the sites need to look for in case of low season, or maybe if they are losing their relevance in the market. Now, making necessary changes as per this season. Now, during the low season, providing coupons which may be redeemed in future, providing group booking discounts, better incentives to travel agency and tour operators. These are the few of these strategies which actually visitor attractions can use in their marketing plan to maintain their ground. Now, last point which I have suggested you, searching and targeting new market to expand the market base. Now, new segments may be searched and targeted by doing a resource analysis of the attraction. What kind of attraction is that? Is this just suitable for certain age group, a certain profession, or a certain kind of group structure, or can they target more people through that? They need to use their creativity and innovation, because this is a kind of exploration. It may become successful, it may require some amendment in future also. So, they should do this thing with a very open mind, using all their creativity. Okay. So, for example, a theme park may be using a venue for organizing events during the low season. So, if lesser number of people are coming, so whichever are those rides which are more used during a certain low season, those rides can go on, and rest of the places they can remove the ride and keep these unused equipment at some place, and that can be used for organizing some event. Or a museum may also use its rooms to organize training programs on some concerning topic in the same area. So, maybe whichever museum is that, let us say it is a science museum, or it may be history based museum or war based museum, they may be organizing some kind of training program, a sensitization program, or simple knowledge sharing. I mean, it is up to them how do they want to use their resource, and they can go ahead using 1 or 2 of their room for doing such things, and there may be a separate ticket for that. So, using all these things actually and incorporating all these elements into the marketing plan, a visitor attraction can make themselves more relevant to the market, making better money, as well as providing better employment to the people also in the area, who are going to work with these visitors attractions. So, with this I am stopping this lecture here. At the end of it, I have provided you with a list of books. You can refer to either of these books or any other book of your choice. Thank you.